mortgages are probably the greatest wealth creator in the United States, bar none. Because you have the exceptional individuals like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos who can make billions and trillions of dollars and become wealthy that way, but they're the extreme rare individual. And then you have 300 million or more people in the United States, and the vast majority of us can buy a house with a mortgage. And owning a house, owning real estate is the single most indicator of your wealth creation as an average individual. And with mortgage debt in particular, several things. The United States is unique in that it tax favors mortgage debt. The United States is unique. You talk about the American dream, and a lot of people think, oh yeah, it's the American dream, you own a house. And that's true, but that's a very truncated version of what the American dream, why that became known as the American dream. Because everybody kind of prior to that lives in some sort of quasi-feudal system where you were very much tied to the people who owned the land that you lived upon. So your whole life was dictated by those people. And the idea of home ownership being made available widely was really uniquely American. And it's not just the financial wealth that goes, or the freedom that goes along with owning your own real estate. And so it's tax deductible. Typically there are lower interest rates on because they're secured. Mortgages are secured by real property. It's different than a credit card. When you're buying shoes on your credit card, then that's not secured by anything.
Right.
That's just your promise to repay. It's levered investing. With a mortgage, you are investing in an asset, but you're only putting a small percent down on a much larger asset. You're investing $50,000 in a $500,000 asset, and so you've only invested $50,000. If that $500,000 asset grows by 5% every year, which is pretty historically average, 4.5% average over the last 4 or 5 decades, real estate. Let's say it's 5, just to use a round number. That's $25,000 return in 1 year. On a $50,000 investment.
Yeah.
Now you have to pay interest expense and all that to offset that, but that's tax deductible, remember? And so it's an enormously favorable investment. And so mortgages give you access to that. Yes, it's a risk. Values can go down, but it's not something like a car. If you finance a car, if you finance over too long of a period of time, that is a depreciating asset.
Right.
That car is not going to last forever. The other thing about mortgage debt is it's not like you are consuming something that you otherwise couldn't afford. It's you're paying an unavoidable cost in a mortgage. You're going to pay someone for housing. You have to live somewhere, and you're going to pay someone for housing.
Yeah.
And so, or you're going to pay a landlord for housing. So it's not like mortgage. You're saying, hey, it would be nice to have a mortgage. I'm going to go. It'd be nice to have a house.
Yeah.
And it's an expense that you otherwise aren't paying. No, you're paying something. You're paying rent. You're paying, and especially as you get older and you have a family, that cost grows. And so the other thing about a mortgage is you're fixing that cost in.